Okay, polynomial operations. So a polynomial is an expression consisting of many terms. So that's like 3x plus 2, 5 is a polynomial, 6x squared minus 4x plus 3 is a polynomial. Okay, now if we look at these, so this 3x plus 2, x is my greatest power there. And if there's not a number or a power, you assume it's a 1. So that's going to be a degree 1 polynomial. There is no x here, so that's a degree 0 polynomial. The highest power here is a 2, so that's a second degree polynomial. Okay. Now, so if it's a 0 degree polynomial, that means it's constant. An example of that would be just 4, or 5, or 10, or 9,000, or 499. Just any number that doesn't have a variable, that's a constant. Now, if it's a first degree, that's linear. So that would be like x. If it's a second degree, that's quadratic. That's x squared. Third degree is cubic. That's x cubed. Fourth degree is quartic, which is x to the fourth. Okay? We also classify them based on the number of terms they have. So if there's only one term, that's a monomial, which like x is a monomial. If there's two terms, it's a binomial, and that would be like 3x plus 1. If there's three terms, it's a trinomial, and that would be like x to the fourth plus x minus 4. There's three terms there. And if there's four or more, we just call it a polynomial. So that'd be like x to the fifth plus 3x squared plus x minus 4. Okay? So I want to write each in standard form and then classify by degree and number of terms. So this is a 0 degree polynomial, or 0 power, and there's one term. So that's a constant monomial. This one, that's raised to the first power, and there's one term. So that's a linear monomial. And then I forgot to do something on these ones, so I'm going to put the answers up real quick. So this one, we have 1 minus 7p. It asks us to write these in standard form, though. Standard form is when the degrees go from greatest to least. Sorry, I'm writing this with my finger. Greatest to least. So to write this in standard form, that would be negative 7p plus 1. Now that's still the first power. There's two terms, so that's a linear binomial. Now this one, we need to rewrite it greatest to least, so that'd be v squared plus 2v minus 5. That's a second power, and there's three terms there. So that's a quadratic trinomial. Okay? You should have learned standard form last year or the year before. You can add or subtract polynomials by combining like terms. So I'm going to get my x squared together first. So we have negative x squared and 2x squared. I'm going to group those together. Then I'm going to go to my x's. I have 11x and negative 5x. Group those together. Then I have 13 and negative 23. Group those together. Now negative x squared plus 2x squared is x squared. 11x minus 5x is 6x. 13 minus 23 is negative 10. Now subtraction is almost the same as addition. There's just one difference. We have to distribute the subtraction sign first. And this is going to be something we do all year. If there's ever a subtraction sign in front of a parentheses, you distribute the subtraction sign. Okay, I need you to remember that. If there's a subtraction sign in front of parentheses, you distribute the subtraction sign. So that becomes negative 7x minus 3x squared minus 1. And now we can just combine like terms like we did in the addition example. So we have 4x squared minus 3x squared, 5x minus 7x, and then negative 1. That ends up being x squared minus 2x minus 1. So now, these are just some more examples. We need to find the sum or difference. So let's group them in this first one. So we have k squared and k squared, negative 4k and 9k, and then 7 and 3 to get 2k squared plus 5k plus 4. I want you to pause the video right now and do example B. Pause. I'm just kidding. Okay, there's the answer to that one. Now let's do C. So remember to distribute that subtraction sign first. So that becomes negative 9r plus 11s. Now I can combine like terms. So we have 5r minus 9r, negative 2s plus 11s. So that's negative 4r plus 9s. Pause this one and pause the video and do that example. That's the answer you should get. Okay. Now, the product rule, when you multiply, if you have common bases, when you multiply the exponents, you add them. So if you have a to the m times a to the n, that equals a to the m plus n. Okay, so let's look at example 1. So we're going to do this by distribution, and you should already know this. This should be a lot of review. But we're going to multiply that x into both of those. So we have x times x, and then x times 4. Well, x times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x. And we're done with that. Simple, right? Let's look at this one. Same thing, we're going to distribute that. So we have 5m cubed times 3m squared minus 5m cubed times m minus 5m cubed times 7. Well, 5m cubed times 3m cubed is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. M cubed times m squared is m to the 5th. Because you have 3 m's, and then you're adding 2 more, so that combines to be 5. And then minus 5m to the 4th minus 35m cubed. Okay, find each product and then write in standard form. We already went over standard form. It's when the exponents go in order from greatest to least. So that first one ends up being k squared minus 9k. This one is 15, so we multiply that in. 3c to the 5th times 5 is 15c to the 5th. And then 3c to the 5th times negative 2c is negative 6c to the 6th. But remember, we have to do it in standard form, so we have to flip those. So it'd be negative 6c to the 6th plus 15c to the 5th. I want you to pause the video again and do examples C and D. And those are the answers you should get. Okay, so these ones we have to distribute, then simplify the remaining expression. Final answers must be in standard form, yada, yada, yada. So this is just putting it all together. So if we look at this one, we're going to distribute. This is all I did right here is I distributed this to both of those. And you don't need to write out this step if you don't want to. If it helps you, absolutely do it 100%. If you don't need to do it, then don't do it. Okay? So we have negative 2x times 3x is negative 6x squared. Negative 2x times negative 4 is 8x plus 7x, which ends up being negative 6x squared plus 15x. You do f, distribute that in. You should get negative 35w squared plus 15w minus 26w plus 18w cubed. Write it in standard form, combine those w's, and you get 18w cubed minus 35w squared minus 11w. I guess they're not doing an announcement. We'll just keep going.
Amanda Toller, could you please?
I tried to pause it. You probably heard part of that. Miss Toller went to the office. Okay, so let's do this next one. So we're going to distribute that in. So we have 2y times 6x plus 2y times negative 4x squared y plus 13x squared y squared minus 6. Well, 2y times 6x is 12xy, and I'm just going to put xy because alphabetically that makes sense to me. And if you ever question how you should put the variables, put them alphabetically, okay? Now, 2y times negative 4x squared y is negative 8 x squared y squared, then plus 13x squared y squared minus 6. Combine those, you get 5x squared y squared plus 12xy minus 6. Do this last one. So distribute that in, and you get negative 6m cubed minus 12 plus 6m cubed plus 9m squared plus 3m. Okay, now pause the video and do I and J. These ones are a little bit tricky, but you can do it. I have all the faith in you. And those are the answers you should get. Okay, now multiplying binomials. And I'm going to teach you two different methods. There's foiling, and then there's the box method. So FOIL, that's just first out, inner, last. And it's just a way of distribution. So like you're going to multiply x by x, and then you get that. X times 4 is x times 4. Then you're going to do 2 times x, 2 times x, 2 times 4. So that's x squared plus 4x plus 2x plus 8. Combine those middle terms. So that's x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay, let's FOIL this one. I'll draw the arrows. So we did 2x times x, which is 2x squared, which is that. 2x times negative 5 is negative 10x. 1 times x is x. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Then we can combine those two, so you get 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Which is what we got right there. Okay, so let's find the product to these, and our answers must be in standard form. That's just always your answers should be in standard form. But we're going to do these using the box method, and then you guys can decide which method works better for you. I don't care as long as you're getting the right answer. So we have 2 terms each right there. So I'm going to draw a 2 by 2 box. Then I'm going to put y plus 8 on the top, y plus 1 on the bottom. Y times y is y squared. Y times 8 is 8y. Y times 1 is y. 8 times 1 is 8. Then we combine those, and you get y squared plus 9y plus 8. So it's really the same exact thing. It's just a different way of organizing it. So if you like foiling, FOIL by all means. If you don't and you want to use the box method, go for it. Okay, I personally use the box method more just because that's how I was taught and it makes sense. But they both give you the right answer. So if we look at L, we have k minus 4 on top, k plus 5 on bottom. K times k is k squared. Negative 4 times k is negative 4k. K times 5 is 5k. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. So you get k squared minus 4k plus 5k minus 20, which is k squared plus k minus 20. Okay. Use either method to solve examples m through p. Wow, sorry, can't talk. And remember, if it's something raised to the second power, that's the same as p minus 7 times p minus 7. So you still have to use the box there. If you put p squared minus 49, I will rip my eyeballs out. Okay? And there's those answers to those ones. Now, let's do these ones. And we're going to use either method to find these products also. I'm going to start with foiling on this one. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times 3x is 12x. And 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Now we just combine like terms. You get x cubed plus 7x squared plus 6x minus 24. Okay, I'm going to use the box on this one. So we have k squared minus k minus 8 on top, k minus 5 on the side. K times k squared is k cubed. K times negative k is negative k squared. Negative 8 times k is negative 8k. K squared times negative 5 is negative 5k squared. Negative k times negative 5 is 5k. Negative 8 times negative 5 is 40. And that ends up being k cubed minus 6k squared minus 3k plus 40. Okay, finish with finding the products of s and t. There's those answers, so I just want to make sure you can get to the right answers, though. And then don't really struggle, sorry. Don't forget that you need to take the quiz, and thank you for watching. I will see you when I see ya.